Recording's
I
up.
can do Ravens. I can play Raven because I don't think Brandon's going to be playing in the car. He said he could, but I don't think he's going to do it.
Can you release Anon since Anon has the first turn and I can play Anon's character?
Sure.
In the meantime, I'll do the recap. Recap.
Still there.
I'm not doing the recap.
Still there. Ta-da!
We're in a
Recap
dungeon.
complete.
There's mimics. I wrote some shit up on the board. Y'all can read that.
We got sent here by an
And
archfey.
that's where we're at.
There you go.
All
No,
And
right.
that's where we're at.
Y'all are in a dungeon. Let me correct that. Y'all are in a dungeon.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, Tony, you're not even actually here yet.
No, I just showed up early, just to be here, just to hang out with the boys.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so let me swap the music real quick, and I'll jump right into it. Are you recording already, Sean?
Yeah, I've been recording.
Cool.
Music reminds me of Final Fantasy VII. Like that garden scene?
No.
The garden scene, like when Sephiroth kills, what's her name? In the garden?
Aerith.
Flower? Yeah.
Is this it? Nope, nope, one more.
Jesus, it takes that guy 30 minutes to eat a plate of food?
When
Alright,
you give
release
your
it on.
kids, it does.
I already did.
Oh, do I gotta restart it?
I'm not gonna worry about it. We can just skip his initiative.
No, I'll take it.
He
I'll
might
let
want to
catch
do
myself.
something when he gets here,
Yeah,
though.
well, he should
So-
have been here.
Well, he has kids and a job.
Me too.
So-
How many spell slots does he have? He has almost all of his spell slots.
Yeah, he said he was recording a lot of them.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He's used mostly cantrips this whole time, so
Mhm. Cantrips are his wand.
yeah.
I can't even pull up the map.
I linked it in the chat.
Okay, what is the G? That's pterodactyl?
Yep,
Why is that not a
that's-
P?
That's Mr. Pibodactyl. 'Cause it
Yeah,
does
and
this
it's a
juice
G
thing, so
because
the
it's
green-
based on a giant eagle.
Whatever, giant.
Oh, shit. Character,
I
hold
thought you
up.
said there was 3 mimics.
Yes, there are.
Where's the third mimic?
One by the G.
Oh, that's the gun mimic?
Yes.
Okay. Adnan sits there and he's like, something JoJo's, like, haha, you think this is all the rest of my power? Gravity sinkhole!
And he's casting Gravity Sinkhole.
Yeah, right here. Snag both of them. Without
Are you sure you didn't want to put it where it was before?
No, that's pretty good.
Alright, so they gotta do what?
I don't know, it's just a 4th level spell and he has 2 4th level spell slots. I don't know what this stuff does. I'm not a wizard.
You don't know what Gravity Sinkhole does?
No, but it sounds
Alright,
fucking cool.
Where are you placing the Gravity Sinkhole?
Look, all I read was 20 foot
It's
radius,
a
and
strength
that's it.
saving throw, isn't it?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Constitution
That
saving throw.
It's got some strength, dude.
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
It's got some constitution, too.
Oh. Well, I probably could have done something different.
But that's a nat 2 that I just rolled. For a total of, you don't need to know the total, other than that it fails.
Is pulled in a straight line to the center of the sphere, ending in an unoccupied space as close to the center as possible, even if that space is still in the air. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pulled. So you need to move no, you need to move him to the right. Yep, right there, and then move the other one up 2 spaces. Nope, down. Yep, right there.
Oh, I haven't made one for this, though. It's a Constitution saving throw, you said?
Yeah.
That's a 10. So it fails too.
That's 34 points of force damage.
It does force damage?
Mm-hmm. And then I don't see what his things are. I don't know what his
What his DC is? His DC's 15.
No, he's a sorcerer, right?
He's a wizard.
Oh, a wizard. Okay.
He's a Chronergy wizard from Wildmount. And Gravity Sinkhole is a damn good spell. So, okay. So they take 34 points of force damage. That is some damage.
Oh, that's an action.
And see, Sean, you thought that this fight was too, it was too difficult.
Hold on, I'm not done yet.
I thought you did. I thought you said that it was scaled up too high, because I was talking about how I thought I made it pretty easy for you guys.
No, I never said I thought this one was too difficult. I just said we had a shitty first round. Because we did.
Then I misconstrued. So, okay.
Oh man, that's so. Does it
Keeping
not
in
knock him
mind-
down or anything?
I can check for you if you would like.
Let's see. Damage increases. No, I think it just pulls him to the center of the sphere.
So
Do
I'll
they
go ahead
take
and tell you,
collision damage?
too late to go back on it, but you should pretty much always cast this spell in the air, because then they take fall damage in addition to the original damage. But you didn't do that.
And then
Have
is
to
this
turn
like a
that
rug
down.
or what's going on over here with this rug? Like what's his surroundings like?
So it doesn't say they're knocked prone or anything. What's the question? That's just
The
a rug.
It's just a rug, no pillars
Yeah.
or anything?
Nope, it's just a rug. I'll be honest with you, I put it there debating the idea of making the rug a mimic, but I decided against it.
Thank you.
And then what's his movement speed?
40 feet on his carpet, 30-foot walk speed.
Is he on his carpet?
Pretty much, I think he kind of
Think
stays
so.
on it, so.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Can he block line of sight from the gun mimic here? If he goes down to the ground a little bit from the fountain? Or would he need to be here?
I'd say I'd give him partial cover.
Okay.
I'd give him half cover.
Yeah, he's gonna go right there to kind of block himself from the gun mimic, and that's gonna end his turn. I don't think he has any bonus actions.
Alright. Moving on to Flora's turn. So, I don't mind playing Flora. If you guys want me to.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, let's see. What does she got? What does she got? She really hasn't used that many spell slots. Either that or she hasn't been marking them off, but... Ooh, I know what she's gonna do. So she's going to target the gun mimic with a heat metal spell. She's gonna target the actual gun, and it has to make a Constitution saving throw, or it drops its weapon. And that is a failure. So you can use them. Because the object, any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. If the creature is holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, the creature must succeed in a Constitution saving throw. Oh, so the damage is regardless from this spell. You take the damage, there's no saving throw against the damage. That's kind of ridiculous. The saving throw is only to determine whether you drop the item or not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We could do that with the golem fight or whatever for the last place. We just went in there, cast that, and then just dipped out for a bit. They just keep taking damage because it stays on them.
Takes 10 points of damage. Well, you guys tried that, but the golem's not made of metal.
No, I'm talking about in the previous fight with the ley lines.
Oh, yeah,
We're
yeah.
talking about if we went back there. Yeah.
So she's going to move herself a little bit further away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35. You know what? She is going to shift. She's going to use her shifting feature, and she's going to shift. She's going to move another 5 feet because her movement speed goes up to 40. And for the next minute, her shifting feature...
You don't need to tell us, man. You know what it is.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Cool.
So she can move without provoking opportunity attacks. It's kind of cool. All right. So, and that's the end of her turn. It is Molly's turn.
Cool. Well, mine's gonna be pretty easy. Just wait a minute.
Yeah, well, who are you flailing maniacally at?
No. Okay. So.
Boss guy, sucking guy.
You would. Mom would go after boss guy.
Okay.
Gavin, when she shifts, doesn't she get like temporary hit points or something like that?
Only one kind of shifter gets that. I believe that is a beast hide shifter that gets that.
Big other swings against it?
Okay.
She can just move as anytime somebody ends their turn within 5 feet of her. She can move 10 feet and doesn't provoke opportunity attacks with that movement. And then her
okay.
walk speed goes up too. But she doesn't ever use her shifting feature.
Dude, she doesn't know what she has. She's been playing up.
If I played a shifter, I would be shifting literally every end game day if there was combat. No reason not to. It's free
What kind of
benefits.
shifter is she?
Swift stride.
Good.
Are you doing breakfast or not?
Oh. You know what? Yes.
Okay. And she gains a proficiency in acrobatics.
It gives that bonus to charisma, which made it a good choice for a bard. Oh, that's with advantage.
1 and 2.
Oh my god.
What?
What are you getting? The 2 5s.
Double fives.
God.
So keeping in mind, since you got Polearm Master, you can now do a bonus action attack. It only does a 1d4, but it's it's better than nothing. And I'd still say it applies that extra fire damage too, if you wanted to do it. It would be a d4 and 2 d6s.
With advantage. Fine.
Somebody joining in right now, I wonder, because it's... Oh, there you go. Okay, so roll 1d4, and then roll 2d6. Okay, and plus your strength, that makes... Yep, your strength is 20, right?
Strength is 19.
Hello, sir, Marte.
Hello.
So, I apologize. Tony took your turn for you, but it was a good one. He used Gravity Sinkhole.
Oh, that's what I was going to do on my first turn anyway, so good job, Tony.
Thank you, sir. They both failed and took 34 points of force damage.
They got sucked in?
Yep.
The only thing he didn't do that you do is that he put it on the ground instead of putting it in the air.
Oh, dude, you got to put it in the air so they get sucked up, and then they drop.
I just threw the point down. I didn't know. I didn't even read the spell. I just used it.
Oh, okay. I love doing it in the air. I was like,
Okay.
Nobody says they can't.
So it takes it takes 16 points of damage from that hit, and you're attacking the...
Gavin, I really hate to do this, but the Titan is a huge creature, isn't it?
It is.
You got to move it back down.
Why?
Yeah, Gravity Sinkhole only works on large creatures. And
Oh,
small.
seriously?
Yeah, let me release a non.
Okay,
Pretty
well
sure
then
it says-
Molly, you're back here, and it's back here. But,
Okay.
that's fine. Thank you for being honest. 16 points of damage, 78. But the damage it still takes, even if it's a huge creature.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
It just doesn't get sucked.
It doesn't get sucked. Poor Titan
No.
Mimic. Alright. Is that the end of your turn, Molly?
Yes.
Do I have to
It is
leave
the-
and come back in to use to log into my character?
No, I gotta
Open it
release
again.
it. Hold on
I
one
already
second.
released
I'll
it.
do that. Oh, you already did?
Yeah, just click on player and characters.
It still says it's owned by you, so let me clear it real quick. There you go. You should see your character now. Exit the menu for characters and then open it again. You'll see it. Alright, so seeing as how you are the one that is locked in combat with it, Molly, it is just gonna focus on you. So I hate to do this to you, but I actually have to have you make a strength saving throw. Or no, it's an athletics check. To see if you can pull your weapon back after you hit it. DC 17 athletics check to see if your weapon isn't stuck.
Brain fart.
Skills.
Correct, don't you?
That would be the DC. So you're able to pull your weapon back after the blunt end of your weapon collides with this creature. Feel it adhere to it, and you just yank it back off of the creature, leaving this like layer of slime and ichor along the shaft of your weapon. But you get it back.
Yay.
But those were reckless attacks, so it has advantage on its attacks against you. It's coming at you with its pseudo-axe attack. That is a hit. I will roll this damage in the chat, and I'll let you add it manually since it will be halved. So you take 6 points of damage. That is 6 points of slashing damage. Now it's coming at you with a bite attack. As that misses, as its chest just opens up and it just lunges towards you with these jaws jutting out about the size of your whole torso, wanting to just chomp down on you. You push your weapon in front of it and push yourself away, keeping yourself out of its grasp. It's coming at you with one more attack with its pseudo shield. As it rears back and just tries to bludgeon you with its shield.
It does.
That is a hit. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, if you will add that, please.
11 points.
So you've taken... Yeah, you've taken 11 points of damage this turn. And that was with me already having it for you. So you take the total of what that adds up to. And, it's going to move itself 5 feet to the right, put itself right there. And that is the end of its turn. Now, it is Raven's turn coming up. Nick, would you like to handle Raven's turn?
Yes, I can handle Raven's turn.
Okay, seeing as how you played this exact same character last campaign, let me go ahead and release Raven.
It's a little different.
Yeah, but it was still the same kind of character. You played a Profane Soul Blood Hunter.
Is he a Profane Soul?
He is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it says you already own Raven.
Yeah, I already own him. I had him last combat.
Okay.
Yeah. I already got him everything up. So yeah, he's Raven's gonna move right here. And he's not gonna get flanking right there, is he? No, I would say
Not right there.
No. Nope. Okay.
If you moved 15 feet north, you would.
Yeah, I guess we can do that. Okay, fine. It's just I don't know what this stupid mimic's gonna do over here if he's gonna come, but whatever. It's not like he cares about this character anyways. And then we're gonna do double-bladed scimitar attacks. That's what we're doing. How many attacks does he get?
2 attacks, and then if you so choose, you can do an attack as a bonus action too.
How does he
Okay.
have temporary hit points when he's wounded?
Because he used Armor of Agathis.
Yeah, but if he started taking wound points from this fight, okay.
No, I don't think he's taking any. I think that was from the last battle.
It was
I'm
from
not-
the
I don't
last
know.
battle, and
Yeah,
he casted Armor of Agathis after the last battle.
yeah. I cast after the last battle.
Well,
At
yeah,
the beginning
but
of the fight.
the damage was already
Yeah.
there when those temporary hit points were applied.
He's already got level
Yeah.
3 spell slots.
I believe so.
I mean, that's what I had when I was.
Yeah,
Plus, he only
third
has like
level.
3.
2 slots actually. It's at 3rd level right now. So
Yeah, 2. And then he gets that. with Crimson Right damage. Where's that? What is his Crimson Right?
He's got fire right now, I believe. Or did he have lightning?
I think it's lightning.
Yeah, he had lightning. So
Lightning.
Crimson, yeah, there it is. So 1d6 lightning is what it is.
Oh, 1d6. Okay.
If you
So
click
I'll
on the
just drop
magnifying
a-
glass, it drags the. Oh, that works too.
Yeah.
Okay, an extra 1 lightning
Yeah,
damage to the Titan Mimic. Okay.
Yeah, actual. Yeah, there you go. And then he's gonna go with another, and he's gonna have advantage again. And that was a 7 to hit.
Aw, man. Yeah, that misses. It dropped a 1.
Yeah. At least I didn't get a 1. And then I guess bonus action to hit him again.
Okay.
Is it with the same weapon? Yeah.
Yeah, it's with the same thing. All modifiers are the same. Everything's the same.
Okay. 17 to
Damn.
miss. Okay. You're 16 to miss. Whatever. Alright. I think that's the end of his turn. Do I have to do an acrobatics check?
You know what? I should have had you do that after the first hit.
After the first hit.
And this is an athletics actually because
Athletics?
it's let me double check, but
Okay.
yeah, it's an athletics.
Great! He only has a -1 to that one. Oh, wow, that was an 18. That was
It
enough
works.
of that.
You free the weapon, so okay, that just means nothing changes.
Alright,
Which really
cool.
nothing would have changed in either way because you missed
Yeah.
with those 2 attacks. But
Yeah.
Alright. Is that the end of Raven's turn?
That is the end of Raven's turn.
It is the gun mimic. Seeing as how Raven was the one that made the last attack, it is going for Raven.
No, it dropped his weapon.
That's right, it
Didn't
did.
it?
It did. If the weapon is still, does the weapon stay heated after they drop it? I
Yeah,
wonder.
it's a concentration spell.
As long as she's holding concentration, it's heating up.
She
In both
is.
editions, eventually.
It's gonna try to grab the weapon. It's gonna make a Constitution saving throw to see if it'll pick it up, and if it doesn't pick it up, it's taking the damage regardless. This is to see whether it can pick it up to attack. So Constitution saving throw for this thing. Well, that's a 21, but it's still taking 2d8 fire regardless. And I'm gonna go and say it has disadvantage on the attack because it's trying to aim with a superheated weapon.
So if it's superheated, isn't the black powder going to ignite inside the bullet chambers and just explode in his hand when it fires?
You know, we don't apply real world logic like that.
Oh, my bad. Oh, but we use the Pythagorean theory.
A modified version of it.
Mhm.
So it's going to make an attack. Let's see. Does it specify that they have disadvantage on the attack? Whatever. I'm going to say he does.
That just means you get to use it on us when.
Oh, that misses. Just going to try it again. Well, that definitely hits. With disadvantage, I rolled that well. It dropped a nat 20 though, if that makes you feel better.
At least that's better. Oh shoot! It doesn't. Okay, well, hopefully it doesn't get rid of my temporary hit points.
It got rid of 8 of them as it fires this bullet, and you see it's going right for Raven's head as this icy barrier pops up. It just it bounces off, cracking chunks of this ice away. All right, that's the end of its turn. Bond.
I'm gonna try to unjam my rifle.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, wonderful, right? Love it.
Have you used your action surge yet?
I have not. I do want to save that though, but I could just use it.
You could use it to
We're-
make sure you actually
we're-
still have a turn.
Yeah, we're in a boss
Yeah.
fight with of the dungeon.
Well, I wanted to save it so I could do like 3 shots in one turn, but I'll just use it to get my. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna roll to see if I unjam it first. Well, you know what? I'll probably end up just using it anyways, even if I don't unjam it, to see if I can unjam it again. What is it again? What is a charisma roll? Or no,
It's
a
a
wisdom.
dexterity or intelligence, whichever is higher. The DC is 10 plus the misfire score, so it's a DC of 12. It's a dexterity or intelligence check, add proficiency. And you only have to beat 12.
Check. So check would be the left side.
The left side, yes.
Okay. DC a 12. That's a 13.
There you go. And with
All right, cool.
proficiency, that's 16. So you unjam it.
Yeah. All right. So unjam it. I use action surge, and that's only 1 shot, right? Because like
No, it's a
it doesn't-
full action.
Okay, so I get to use. Okay. so
Everything
it's
an
2
action
shots.
entails. It is a full action.
Okay. Cool.
It's one of the few ways you
Then-
can cast 2 leveled spells in a turn if an Eldritch Knight uses it.
We're gonna hit big bag and mimic guy, and I haven't used. I'm gonna use. You know what? And I'm gonna use a. I'm gonna use a grit point. I'm gonna do dead shot accuracy.
Deadeye shot. All right. Are you
Deadeye
also
shot,
gonna?
yeah.
Are you also gonna throw a sharpshooter shot onto it too? Or no?
What do you? What?
So the sharpshooter thing, where you take a -5 and add 10.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah,
have to.
yeah,
I
was
just
thinking
noticed
about
that you
Yeah,
combined
I'm
that
like-
together a lot.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the -5. Hopefully, let's see. Let's see. I think I'm using the wrong one.
And
It's,
also because you have advantage, this will apply sneak attack if you hit.
Not much. It's the ionizer. There we go.
There you go. So that's.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
What's his DC?
I'm sorry, man. I shouldn't have suggested
doesn't
it.
hit. Doesn't hit. Oh, how high is the DC? Oh, dang. That's
An
tough.
18 doesn't hit.
Oh,
I'm sorry, dude.
Hey,
It's
you
all
have advantage
good.
on that
It's-
attack roll,
I-
right?
Oh, you can roll a third
more.
time. You can roll a third time. Yes.
That's a nat 20, baby. That's a
Oh,
nat 20.
there you
That's a nat
go.
20. Oh,
Nice.
let's
That
go.
close of accuracy.
Yes. That's a nat 20. All right. So what do you hit to do it?
So
Shift when you roll damage.
yeah, if you hold shift when you roll damage, it'll roll it as an automatic critical.
Nice.
And then you can do the same thing with your sneak attack damage.
Okay. I've got so many things in here.
I believe your
Sneak
sneak
attack,
attack is
sneak attack.
2d6.
So it's gonna be
So this is a
4d6.
4d6. Yes.
Oh, there's sneak attack. Okay, 2d6, and then
Just hold shift
I'm
when you
gonna-
drop the damage.
shift. Extra 8 points of damage.
There you go. And then that's 27 plus an extra 10 on top of that.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Was that only your first attack?
That was only my first attack. Yep.
So you still got another one. This is a straight roll. You don't add sneak attack damage to this one because you can only do it once a turn.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do a violent shot. Let's do that. Do another grip point and do a violent shot.
Okay.
Putting my-
That raises your misfire score to 4. Just keeping that in mind.
Don't let me down, dice. And that was a fucking 3. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And it's jammed again. Great.
It
And with another
jams.
grip point. Yep. Great. Lovely.
Shit.
That's the end of my turn.
You want to
Unless
use
I
any
could
of
use
your
a-
movement?
Nah, I'm chilling. I'll chill right here.
All right. Damn, that's the risk of that violent shot, man.
Yeah, I know. It happens. It's
It-
whatever.
it's never bit you in the ass before until now.
Yeah, this is the first time.
All right, spitting mimic. So let's see what it's got. Huh, that's not much range. All right. It's just gonna go for. It's gonna move over here, and it's gonna go for a full round of attacks
As
at
soon as it
Molly.
gets within 10 feet of Molly, she gets to take a swing.
That's right. So it started off right here, I believe.
Yep.
So it gets right here. She gets to take a swing.
And you have advantage because you're reckless. Actions. There you go.
Damn, that hits.
Roll damage on it.
When you slash this thing with your glaive, it rears back and ducks low to the ground and shrieks with agony. This thing does not have much life left in it, but as a last ditch, it's gonna try to spit acid at you. You will have advantage on this because you have advantage on dexterity saving throws, but give me a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. You know what wouldn't be a terrible feat for a barbarian? Shield Master.
What's that? No, it wouldn't, because they get advantage on dexterity saving throws so often.
Yeah, so if they save with a dex save, then they take no damage.
That would be the DC. So you're going to take half this damage.
And then half again, because she's raging.
Yeah. So that's 22 points of damage, down to 11, down to 5. You take 5 points of acid damage.
God, 22 would fuck me up. That'd be a third of my life, and she's just like, 5 points. That's nothing.
All right, Lucas, it's your turn.
You know what? I decided I'm going to use an ability I've been holding on to for a minute.
Okay.
So, let's see. Yeah, it's 55, so I don't even need to move. I'm just going to reach out and turn my hand up and up out of the shadows. I'm going to summon my first Cat of Cataclysm.
There you go. Oh, I didn't. Hold on. I don't know if I made that for you yet.
Should have made it. Now's the time.
Let me see. Let me check and see. Either I'll just reflavor a Hound of Ill Omen, or it'll be there. But let's see.
Either way.
No, I haven't made it yet. But I'll give you a Hound of Ill Omen, and I'll just change the name of it.
Oh.
It goes on your initiative, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's what we do this one. So that'll take 3 meta magic points, puts me down to 1. And that's my bonus action. And for my action.
And where are you placing it? Here's your token.
Not bad. Oh. We'll go right there.
You can put it all the way over there.
It's got a range of 120 feet.
You can place it? Seriously?
In fact, here, let me... summon Hound of Ill Omen to target one creature you can see within 120 feet of you.
What about where you can place it?
Yeah.
Literally is, yeah. As long as you can see the locations.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. The hound appears in an unoccupied space of your choice within 30 feet of the target. So,
Of the target.
so it actually can go 150 feet. Because if the target's 120 and I can do 30 feet from that. Yeah. So there you go.
Okay, that's cool.
And for
Alright.
my action, I'm going to cast Fireball at 4th level.
You'd have to move the location of your fireball a little bit because it has to take up at least 50% of their space to count. But you could put it like right there, and that would work, and it'd still be fine. But just letting you know, that is a rule. It has to
You
take
want
up
to
half
save
of their
some
space.
bad guys for the rest of us?
We still got one over here. We got the gun mimic. So anyway, they both make dexterity saving throws, DC 16. Titan does it with disadvantage.
Yes, he does. Well, that is dropped to 19. So good thing it had the disadvantage. The spitting mimic does it, just a straight roll. Well, that's a failure on both fronts.
So they both take that.
34 points of damage. How do you want to do this on the spitting mimic?
I don't know. I still haven't really come up with a cool catchphrase or anything yet, so I'll just say, just. No, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then it just melts.
As this echoing blast of fire emanates out from the center point, sending waves, this pulsating wave of fire in every direction. You see this spitting mimic, this large, like, amorphous blob with this gaping mouth, just cauterize and melt into this goo across the ground, crystallizing into an almost stone-like substance as this fire just burns away its form.
Yeah.
And
Very nice.
all right, and it is Mr. Pibdactyl may go, or you can move some if you would like.
Well, now the hound goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the hound gets advantage. So I'll just roll 2d20 because it has pack tactics, and he's going to go after the Titan mimic. And he has a +5 to attack roll, so that's a 20 to hit.
It's a 20 to hit. Why does he have a +5?
Because he uses direwolf statistics.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that would be the DC. That hits.
So then he does. So he'll take 2d6 plus 3 damage.
And then it has to make a strength saving throw to avoid falling prone, I do believe.
Yeah, with a DC of 13.
Yeah, that succeeds.
Yeah, I kind of figured. All right. So he only attacks once.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and now Mr. Pibbledactyl goes. So he'll just go ahead and take a chomp on the other mimic.
On the gun mimic?
Yeah.
All right.
Again, it's +5 to hit. That misses. Second attack. 4, that misses.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay.
All right.
And that'll do it for me.
Okay. And now, Anand, it is your turn again.
So the spitting mimic's dead?
It is.
Sweet. So based off of what I've seen, because I forgot, Titan Mimic took damage from the fireball?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Still, you can still see some smoke drifting off of its form.
Nice. He's all beefy. Too bad he's not metal. Otherwise, my initial spell from last campaign season day would have worked.
It looks like metal, feels like metal, appears like metal, but that's just how mimics are. You know, it's not actually really metal.
Still calling shenanigans.
Yes, drop it right there. Aw.
I'm not dumb. Yes, I would totally do that. And I am.
What are you casting?
Fireball, 4th level.
Okay.
Just
So that
because
upgrades the damage die by what? An extra d6?
1d. Yeah, so it's 9d. 96.
All right. So it's got to make a dexterity saving throw.
Hi.
That is a 17.
Ugh. Of course it would pass mine. Let
Sounds
me
like that.
see. Yeah, I haven't even rolled it yet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Hey, that was a nice roll, though.
That's not bad though.
It's 19 points of damage.
Just go ahead and round it up to 20.
And the Titan Mimic looks rough. It's still kicking. It's still hanging on, but it looks rough. So, what we are going to do now is we are actually going to cut away to something else for a moment. So, Neston, you find yourself still standing in this village. This, with Delamere, the other Delamere, the slightly more sane Delamere, greeting you. And he says to you, Neston, you know, I must compliment you on your ability to reason with my other half. That is not easy to do, that I recognize. But you wished for an audience, soul of the old lords, and you have gained it. Now,
So,
speak your mind.
I have no idea what that means. Why do you keep calling me such?
You are the inheritor of an ancient elvish soul that has inhabited the form of the High Elven King since before the Sundering even occurred. The last time our three worlds were whole, the king of the city of Invalion ruled the entire elvish nation. And it has always been not solely by blood, but it has been the inheritor of that soul who has inherited the throne. Now, that soul has always remained within the same family. In fact, it is the family name that was given to the one that you currently hold. And there is reason for that your family ancestry was given this name upon when your souls were heralded to your new bodies, to the pallid elves as you have become to be known.
No,
You, if Envalion were to ever see another day, were to ever be settled once again, were to ever to become the stronghold of elvish society that it once was, will be the rightful king to the throne of all of the elvish people. Now, I must warn you, that is a dangerous predicament to put yourself in. For if the king of this nation, if the king of Falthansia were to discover that there was competition for the throne, why, he would surely have you eliminated.
Huh. So, what was the old lord's king's name, family name?
Iseer.
Oh,
And there is
yeah,
a reason you have been given such a family name.
Oh, yeah. How did no one ever know about this before now?
Because
it
that information is lost to history. All the records of this ancient elvish society perished with the with the threat of the Vold. It is all still there, but there is no way to access it, or you would surely be killed.
So the only way to access it is to go to where the Vold home is?
Is to go to Invalion. And why nobody's stepped foot in Invalion in over 190 years. Not at least and lived to tell about it.
Oh. Well, okay. Well, how do I become more powerful to be there? I have to go and find out more about my family.
You have already been set on that path. With this adventuring party that you were a part of. But you must become more united. What
Like-
comes with the power of an Archfey is brief glimpses into the future, and there is true greatness over the horizon for you and your companions.
I mean, but like all of them? Like I have to be united with all can't I mean, I don't know. I think me, Marley, Lucas, Anon, we get along pretty good. Pretty connected, I would say.
Yet, what can you tell me about Anand? What can you tell me about Lucas?
Well, I mean, Lucas is like a master herbalist. He has so much knowledge. I've learned so much from him. He is a witch in a moving forest. Anon, he's an awakened Vold, studied at a fancy college. You know, he's very powerful wizard. And
What about their childhoods? What can you tell me about that?
Anon said his childhood was kind of rough, I guess, maybe. You know, being an awakened and all, and Lucas, he picked some mushrooms, I guess, and did forest stuff.
Exactly
Yeah.
my point.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't see your point. And then Molly, she probably like, I don't know, probably by the time she was 5, maybe. Well, I don't know Goliath's age well, but maybe 5, strangled a bear by herself or something. I don't know.
I will warn you that my will is manifested on both sides to a different degree. Both me's, as the other me likes to call us. We share many of the same goals. It is how we go about it. It is our means that differs. I can certainly guarantee you if this is a question that I have, it is likely one that he has too. And if it is my belief that is something you must resolve to move forward, he certainly also believes so, and will likely go to great lengths to amend what we would view, as something that is lacking.
And what's that?
Your communication. How are you supposed to unite the nations? How are you supposed to save your world from global threats? How are you supposed to become the greatest adventuring party that has ever been seen since the 7 Deadly Sins if you don't even know a bloody thing about each other? He calms himself down and says, I must calm my emotions, for if I do not, the other me will surely take over.
Okay, I have another question. Am I, or am I not, going to get antlers? Because, I use a lot of, like, face wash and moisturizer. I exfoliate, like, twice a day. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. And I don't know if I could handle antlers at this time right now.
Your bloodline, I will admit, likely has a higher chance of manifesting them. However, I would say that's less than 1 out of 100 chance, and if you don't have them by now, you will not get them. Your children might.
Can you give them to me?
I mean, if I wanted to, but I would just so easily be able to give anyone antlers. Why, do you want them?
Do I get to awaken special powers if I get
No,
them?
you get antlers.
Oh, no, I don't want them. I don't want them now. Well, okay, so I have to communicate and somehow convince my party to go on a suicide mission. Yay!
The ruins of Invalion, yes.
Yes,
I do
the
not
ruins.
believe you are up to that task now.
Correct.
But there will
Is
come a day where you must greet your destiny.
Okay, Destiny. Correct. Is there someone who can help us? Like, I mean, how did the seven deadly sins get so powerful? How did they figure out communication? I mean, there has to be at least one of them still alive.
Well,
or something.
actually, they always sort of struggled with that too.
I mean, but there has to be like one still alive. I mean, I don't believe this whole cult thing that goes around the High King Lord God or whatever he named himself.
There were a few still alive, actually.
Oh, great! How do we find him?
That I cannot tell you.
Oh well.
As I say, as a DM, out of risk of metagaming and you having to RP a conversation with yourself.
Well, I mean,
Dorian Stormbringer still lives,
no,
as does
he-
Valastrios.
He died in the battle. Everyone knows that.
He did not die. He has
Says
simply
you.
become someone else.
That says you. Okay. Who else? Just give
Says
me a
all
lead.
the
I just need
right.
to know where to go first. Where do we even go? We're going on this hike to some other part of the continent to find something. I can't even keep up sometimes.
If you wish to find an ally that could assist you in reaching the ruins of Invalion, I would seek out, as I look through my notes, a member of the Magi known as the Archon. He is quite good friends with Valastrios Magia.
The Archon of the Magia?
Yes.
The Magi? The Order of the Magi? No, look, no offense, but the Brotherhood of Shield and Light specifically informed me that they are a bunch of crazed lunatics seeking nothing but greatest intent for themselves.
The Archon is a very powerful wizard, one of the most powerful in the world. If there's anybody who can assist you in reaching the ruins of Invalion, it is him.
Okay. And it sure is taking my friends quite a long time to go through a maze or a puzzle.
Indeed, and I am about to send you to assist them, actually.
No, that's fine. I mean, it's so comfortable out here, Like, I just point off into the distance. I never saw the sunset in quite a manner over, the bridge.
He
Looks
says,
real nice. And
if you wish to meet the Archon, you can find him in the Mage Tower of Galeberg.
Galeberg.
Now,
Where is Galeberg?
northeastern Alarath. Now, as you see his head twitch, if you'll be going now, and he snaps his fingers, and you find yourself right here. As you see this creature in front of you, mid-thrash, with this fire just rearing off of his body, with smoke emanating in every direction from him, as it's just right in front of you, and you're a bit startled.
So, am I falling? Like, do I just appear 10 feet above the ground?
No, you land on your feet.
Oh.
If you believe Neston would stay on his feet.
Okay.
It is now your turn. This creature appears to be quite damaged, however.
This was not a part of the deal. I said I was not going to come in here. And how the fuck do I get to Alderath? And then I'm going to turn and run.
You're gonna turn and run?
We're like known to be held to
Opportunity
their
of
word.
attack. Attack
No,
him!
rolling. They should.
Attack him!
They're not hold to their word. They're hold.
They
to
just
their
don't
deed.
lie. He never said he wouldn't send him in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna run away.
You're gonna run away? It's gonna make an attack of opportunity against you.
Yes. With the
It's gonna-
mouth so that a grapple is incorporated.
You know, that is a great idea. Yeah, it's gonna make a bite attack at you.
Okay.
I'm also gonna roll to attack because Molly.
Didn't she
No.
already use her
Yeah,
reaction?
never mind. No, she hadn't had her turn yet, so never mind. Because she used it as a spitting mimic.
Where did you put your token?
I just moved south a little bit. Yeah, I'll bring it back up. There you go.
Okay. That hits. So you take... As you are grappled, as its adhesive ability applies, and you were just stuck in the jowls of this creature.
Okay, that was a third of my life. Jesus Christ.
Are you gonna attack it? You
Yeah,
could
I
use
wanna
your
go- I
action to
wanna
try
go
to
away.
escape. To make an acrobatics check and try to escape.
Or just messy stuff.
You could do that too.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna Misty Step away.
Okay.
Where's Lucas?
He is directly south of you.
Okay, so yeah,
20,
I'll just
25,
Misty
30.
Step. Was that 30 feet?
Yeah.
So that's.
You'd be able to
1,
get to right there.
2, 3. Okay, right there. I'll 30
Yeah.
feet that way, and then I'll run down to Lucas. Get that out of here. 5, 10. Actually, no. When I get to right here,
You'd
I
only
will
have
cast-
25 feet left because you used 5 of it to try to move away. But
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna when I get to right here, I'm gonna use Sacred Flame.
okay. It has to make what, a dex
Oh.
save?
Yes.
Or is it a con save?
Dex save.
Dex save, alright. That is a 12. I believe at this point it does 2d8 now, doesn't it?
Hi guys.
Hey man.
Yes, 2d8 at 5th level.
Okay. So roll 2d8.
I'm gonna put it right here because I don't know if this thing is.
That's
resistant to
14
radiant
points
or
of
not.
damage. It only had 8 hit points left. How do you want to do this?
All right. So as soon as it picks Neston up, him just screaming, "Ah!" and then just Misty steps, and when he comes out of the Misty step, he just throws a hand back and then shoots a Sacred Flame, and then he keeps running towards Lucas to like jump behind him.
Does he even have any idea that he just killed the thing?
No. No, he's just running full sprint. Lucas!
Okay. As this bolt of white fire just shoots downward from the sky, illuminating this creature and burning it to a crisp as it thrashes back and forth, dropping its axe, which burns into dust, dropping its shield, which burns into dust. As you can see, those were also mimics. As you see it split apart, and about 7 other mimics all separate and try to crawl away, each one melting into goo on the ground, before this collaboration of mimics is lifeless.
When I get to Lucas, I'm gonna grab him by his lapels on his coat and just shake him and be like, "The Archfey said we must need to get to the ruins of Avalon as fast as possible. We have to get out of here before the..." And that's when he'll notice that the Titans. Oh, it's gone. Oh. Oh, good job, Lucas. You saved me.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, how do we... Hey, Lucas, how do we get to, Alarath?
We're... I'd have to look it up.
You have to go east, but you know that.
Hey,
But
does
right now
Lucas-
you don't have a ship.
Does Lucas would I assume that Lucas has a far better memory than Neston does?
Why don't you answer that question, Sean?
Maybe. Sure.
Lucas, before I forget, the Archfey said we need to find some man, wizard man, that's in the Tower of Magi in Galesburg, Alarath. And then he can help us. Oh, I'm gonna need to think on this for a minute. I'm a little overheated right now, and it's my nerves. They're just. I think I'm gonna faint, and then I fall back on
He's
the
got the
ground.
vapors.
So
What
at
was that
this moment,
Archmage's name again? I'm sorry, I
the
didn't even write it
Archon.
down. The Archon.
Nobody really knows his actual name, but he just goes by the Archon. He doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't really hold. They sort of made a rank within the Magi just for this guy. He's not part of the council. He's just somebody who works with the Magi, who's a member of the Magi, that's very powerful and has a lot of influence. His name is known. It's not the first time you've heard it, but nobody really knows anything about him. He's almost a kind of a myth or a legend at this point.
Okay, and I wasn't told his name.
He's only known as the Archon.
Okay.
Isn't there another Archon that is the head of the Heroes Guild?
No, that's the High Argonaut.
Argonaut. Okay.
Okay.
So at this moment, you hear this shift, and you just hear this. Well, congratulations! You think you've defeated the boss, but little do you know, the final enemy of this dungeon is yourselves. Because right now is motherfucking story time! As he snaps his fingers and you find yourself standing in a white void. You know, I'm not happy with your interactions with one another. So, you have 4 hours to get to know each other. There may be a test. Until I am happy with the results of this conversation, you will not regain your previous forms and you will not leave. So get talking! He screams, and at first, and then you see his appearance shift, and he has this Bob Ross haircut, wearing a cardigan sweater. You see yourselves all appear sitting on these couches, and he holds up this clipboard with a pen, and he's like, now, Neston
So it's
and Anand.
court-ordered group therapy is what this is.
Pretty much.
He says, now, Neston and Anand, you both are academic professionals, the only members of your group with formal education. Yet,
Neston is still playing asleep.
he snaps your fingers and you take a minor electric jolt. Take 1 lightning damage.
I'm already almost dead. If I was a wizard, I'd be dead by now.
He says, now, Neston and Anand, you're both academic professionals, the only members of your group with formal education. Yet none of your group members ever defer to your academic expertise. Tell me, how does that make you feel?
Well, I mean, in all honesty, it doesn't make me feel any kind of way. I mean, I just watch them figure it out. I mean,
I grew up in a world of everyone hating me and everything about me. So someone not liking something about me enough to pay it regard doesn't really do much.
Well,
But it should, you see. You're worthy of respect, both of you. Highly educated, with a wealth of reservoir of knowledge.
I'll be
I wouldn't
honest.
say that I have a will.
I didn't want to offend anyone because I was kind of curious if there was some shadiness behind it because, I don't know, Anad went from first generation out living in the desert with his primal dad to making it into college. That's a pretty big jump. I didn't know if that was like a,
The first in my family to attend school.
You know,
Surprising. Father's
King-
still eating goats. We've come a long way.
Congratulations to you, Anon, for pushing the boundaries of your family borders.
Was there like a scholarship program to be able to like make that work? Was there like
Hey,
on the
you
point
know,
system
why are
Yes.
you
because you're a
showing
I
him
was
so much
minority?
hate
the
right
token
now?
vold at the university. They made an entire
Why are
position
you-
for me. Yes.
Why are you showing him so much hate right now? Like, why can't you just, celebrate it for him?
He
No, I
nods.
think
This
it's
is good. This is
amazing.
good. You see him scribble some stuff on his clipboard.
And Anon, not everyone hates you. I mean, you can come back to my home anytime you want. You'll
hating
receive
and-
nothing but love.
Well, I appreciate the gesture, but not hating and liking are two very different things.
No. We love.
Oh,
We
that's
love.
that's strange. I like to take
I mean,
things in steps. Yeah.
You do know how mana crystals are powered, right?
By the death of my enemies.
No.
Oh.
By the pallid elves. We power the mana crystals for you, and then we deliver them freely because we love. We wish to see all life flourish, and which is why that it was important for us to deliver that shipment back.
Oh. Well,
We don't do
That's
it out
kind.
of necessity. We don't. I don't know if you noticed, but our wagon was empty when we went to my hometown. We
Did
received
not.
nothing in return. We
If I might add, the Pallid Elves and the Vold share a common ancestor. You both either descended from or inhabited by the souls of the elves of old.
well, there's definitely someone inside of me. So, yes,
Says
I will say
You make me not want to turn you back into a man. Anyway,
I truthfully don't want to be turned back into. But we'll discuss that later.
we can.
I have a request of you after this.
Of course. Now,
Uh,
Lucas, you show so much attention to your group mates. You go out of your way to learn things about them, but yet nobody questions you about yourself. Tell me, how does that make you feel?
I mean, I just figured if they wanted to know, they'd ask. So
I
I'm
see.
okay with it.
Well, I am going to leave. You have a few hours to figure this out, or I would kill you all. When I am, of course, except for you, Soul of the Old One. You're great, but everybody else dies unless you work out your differences and discover everything there is to know about each other.
maybe we can hold off on all the death talk. It really puts a negative mood to my atmosphere here. And these couches, they're so comfy and everything. And then
Apparently, George Jimmy told me.
can we have snacks,
Yeah,
please?
You know,
I need something to
Sure,
munch and drink
sure.
while we're doing this.
I'll take some fondue, please.
He snaps his finger and 2 fondue fountains pop up with chocolate and cheese.
the entire coast.
And there's pretzels and ham and other cheese and marshmallows and strawberries that pop up. Now I will take my leave, and you guys have fun. Remember, fucking story time! As he snaps his fingers and disappears.
Well, I hate you all.
Well, that's pretty negative. That's maybe don't.
I hate you all equally.
I've spent
That's the
years
good
on
part.
the run, learning things, just to try to stop people from not from hating me, but to put a fear in them that symbolizes respect in my mind. I'm not good at liking people. I will say I've had some pleasant times with Lucas recently, so I won't deny that, and I'm grateful for it.
I'll say both of y'all's points are pretty negative. Like, you're on the run to incur fear in the hearts of people.
Well, obviously, have you never been persecuted, my man?
Well, I mean,
Yes.
Not all of us live a happy-go-lucky life with mom and pop. Some of our dads are cannibals and are to be
Right.
feared.
I can see your point there. I mean, it
Become
hasn't been
pirates and
all
get hunted
happy.
for the rest of their lives.
It hasn't been all happy, like I was tormented by my older brother. I don't know if y'all met him. He's kind of a monster, he'd cut my hair at night when I slept, and
Thought it
That's
was
because-
pretty humorous. I'm not
When
gonna
your
lie.
But here's the thing, Neston. That is because even your mother thinks you're a little bitch and you need to grow up and actually become a man instead of what the hell ever you are.
He
Yeah.
pops up and says, none of that. Raven, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
I
great.
need to make me a Constitution
I
saving
got
throw.
you. Yeah, I got you.
I
See,
saw it coming.
That's what happens when you speak so ill of other people.
That's a that's a that's a 9.
All right, you take 16 points of lightning damage as you see this green lightning just envelop Raven as Raven just convulses and drops to the floor from this green lightning.
Archfey takes 15 damage of cold automatically.
Only on melee hits.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Damn it, fucker! I thought I had him.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah. Nice try though.
How much?
Okay.
how much
I'm
damage did
sorry. I apologize, Neston. You're not a little.
Constructive. We need constructive.
You're not a little bitch.
Raise
You're
the
a big
stakes.
bitch.
He
You're a
snaps his
mommy's
fingers
boy.
again, and this little bomb appears in the middle of you guys, and you hear it as a ding, 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 as you see a 2-hour timer on it.
You know,
Listen. Okay, I am sorry. But see, Neston, you whine all the time. You never want to go into combat. What use are you anyways? You're not even a good doctor.
I
Look,
am a
look,
great
look,
doctor.
look. Raven. It's just his nature. It's just how he wants to be. As long as he brings support to the team, I think he's a valuable player in the team.
I, for one, am a great doctor. Okay. My medical knowledge is extensive compared to I don't even deal in just human anatomy. I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm also a veterinarian.
Really? Have you done
yes.
any extensive research on curing ligma?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
I do.
Justin doesn't know.
But
I'm Googling it now, however.
Well, we want to be
I
constructive.
am so also something you might not know about me, but I am also an alchemist, like Lucas here. We both share a hobby for plants and herbology.
Yeah, you don't know what ligma is, Anand.
Yes, I do.
You might, Anand doesn't.
It was a joke I was told at university. I do know.
And not everyone is a battle-hardened warrior. Like, I'm pretty sure, Raven. Like, you might think that you're top dog and everything, but what you did in my hometown, it was pretty disrespectful, and yeah, it's not good to go around showing face like that, especially to my brother, who is son to the basically I don't know what y'all would call them, but she's like the sheriff of the city. Like,
Well-
you've been arrested for just speaking ill towards him. We
She's the
don't,
warden, is her title.
we don't
Well, here's the thing.
adhere to that
Here's the
behavior.
thing. I'll let you know this one thing. I don't like authority, nor do I even care. Because,
You should care when we're
again,
on missions trying to lay low and you're over there blaspheming in religious cities and trying to strike a coup and break laws.
in
It's gonna
your
take a
religious
lot.
cities, that is not my religious
It
cities,
doesn't
so
matter
nor do I
whose
care.
religion. It is the city in general. You're bringing attraction, unwanted attention to us. Attention that we don't need.
Well,
Your
I have only done it
recklessness
in your
will get us all killed. It's not just the one time. You and Bon are reckless. You don't think. You just fire your guns and hope for the best and throw your smoke bombs. It's there's like no process. You just react.
That was one time. One time.
Listen,
We walked into a city
Because-
where a man was hung, and you shot through this crowd of people to shoot him down from the tree. Do you know how traumatic that must have been for the wife kneeling at the ground crying, and then her husband's body just collapses on the floor? You don't process what you're doing. You just do what you want, and that is dangerous.
Well, that's how we live our lives.
You
Very
leave
dangerous.
your comrades bleeding from the throat on the floor. You don't
You're the
even try and
doctor.
help them. I
You're
wasn't
the doctor.
there. I wasn't there. I ran around the corner and saw it. You knowingly left them.
Anon looks at Lucas and is like, "We're all gonna die. we're gonna die.
Real quick.
We're gonna die."
And then
Here's the thing.
let's-
On my ship, we have a code. If you're left to die, it's because you're too weak to even stay in the fights. If you're too
That's-
weak to stay in the fights, then you have no right to be in the ship.
that is
So
Bond
just
has
to,
left
just to
me
make it clear,
countless
you're
times
okay
to die.
if we leave you to die.
I mean,
Because I
Bond?
just had to save you twice while we've been in this dungeon. But you're saying don't do that. Leave you to die.
Bond, how many times have you left me to die? At least twice.
Well, I mean, if I can help, I do. But like, if I can't, I can't.
You can't
You
help.
know?
And we were not able to help them at that current time because, I'm sorry, we were being attacked. So it's kind of hard to defend and try to deal with the issue at hand and still try to save somebody at the same time.
it was
Sorry.
outnumbered 1 to 5. One
No.
of you.
Gentlemen, I don't mean to cut in, but if we want to get to the point, your ideologies are irrelevant here because we're all about to die. You just need to
Look,
know some cool facts
you-
about each other.
You too, Anon, trying to
Me-
light random houses on fire.
It wasn't random. I knew exactly which house it was.
Oh,
What are you
But
talking about?
He had all right to
No,
burn
you,
that house
sir,
down.
calm yourself, or I'm going to end up being your stepfather because I enjoyed visiting your house.
I mean,
He had all right to burn down the house when
Oh shoot!
the racist woman she deserved to have her house burned down because she completely disrespected
just because
Anon.
of words. So
Yes.
because of
Yes.
words, she deserves to die and have all of her possessions burned to the ground because she hurt your feelings.
Obviously.
Not just
Would-
feelings.
Are you
It's
saying
run.
that you
I'm
two
just gonna
are
step
that
off to the
If you
side with
steal
Bond, and I'm gonna be like, "So Bond, do you have any siblings?"
You know,
That's
I
how I tried
really
to
don't
mediate, getting
have
sucked right into it. That's
any
perfect.
clue if I have any siblings or not. My childhood
I
is
know how
kind
to
of
settle this.
blurry
Get
to me.
these. I have. Never mind.
Do you flash them?
Yes. Jeez.
You see
Jeez,
Anon's
please.
mommy milkers.
Yeah.
All right,
Supposed
so
to
I
tell
can
interesting
I can hear
facts.
Bond's answer, but I'm gonna go out and start having a conversation.
So here's the interesting fact about me. Yes, my grandfather was Aaron Black of the Seven Deadly Sins. You all know this by now. Another interesting fact is all the car that you were riding in, the bike that I ride, and the ship that was remanufactured was all done by my father, who now owns the company that my grandfather,
Black Helm Industries.
yes, Black Helm Industries, that my grandfather and by pretty much my uncle created. Wilhelm. I
You
was
see a
raised-
little mouth pop up in the middle of it and says, "Everybody take their turns."
I am an open book. I have literally spewed out all of my secrets.
And then I ran away from home, joined the pirate crew, came back and joined with the Dark Brotherhood. That's
Dark
about
Sons.
or Dark Suns. That's my entire life story for the most part.
Neston.
And you see on you, Raven, this little green check mark pop up on the ground below your feet.
Awesome. So I'm not going to die. Congratulations. Thank you all, and have a nice day.
Neston, what is your deepest, darkest secret that you are most ashamed of?
That his mom thinks he's a bitch.
No, it's
There's
not
no
that.
greater form of oversharing than that.
Well, I mean, no, it's not that at all because my mother still respects what me and my father do. We are powerful within our own rights, within our own magic. She is just more battle hardened, up close. For me, I really don't have any secrets to share. There's nothing about me that's secretive. Or, I studied underneath powerful magic users and priests, and I'm pretty well traveled. And
Why does the Archfey
You
seem to have
plan
an
Oh.
attachment to you?
oh yeah, they say I have like the soul of an old lord king, elven king in my because when elves die, their souls don't just go up to heaven or whatever it is other
Mhm.
religions. They get recycled. And so when they die and then they get born again, well obviously like my soul that's in me, I have these visions of like other time periods. So I supposedly have the soul of one of my ancestors, which was like the king of all of the known elven nations.
That's cool.
Seems
Well,
worth sharing.
I mean,
that's
maybe
kind of important.
Yeah.
S-
He also said that we need to go see the Archon over in Galberg at the Tower of the Magi to help us
Oh,
get into
that's
the
what that
ruins
was
of
about.
Avalon. Yeah,
Oh,
and then we
okay.
got to go into the ruins of the Avalon to help
Valiant.
purge the Void and rebuild the
Purge
Elven
the
City.
Vold.
What? Oh, like help them, cure them. Of course, I would
I
never.
don't think purge and help
Well,
slash
they're like,
cure are the same thing.
well, like get rid of the evil out of them, purge the
Oh, do
evil
tell.
out.
What evil are you referencing, sir?
Genocide, right? We helped them with genocide.
Oh,
No.
you need
We
like
help
feed
them.
them,
We
change
help
their
them learn
environment
how
so that
to
they grow up
not
to be better people. You, this is what we're talking about.
We
Yeah.
help them not become carnivores. They can become
Cannibals, you
vegetarian.
mean?
We're gonna put them on an all vegan diet.
Yeah, we can help them.
It's
I can
only locally plant-based mana crystals that they consume.
That's
Really good
perfection.
sealy salad.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting mission, but I think we're almost there. Are you lonely? Are you lacking in companionship? Haven't you wanted to settle down one day?
No, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 companions here plus Honey back
No, no, I
outside.
mean your soulmate, a woman, if that's what you're into. I'm not judging.
No,
Um,
why? Why would I want to?
why wouldn't you? You
But
look at your parents. You know you want to be just like
if I
that.
wanted a soulmate, I mean, I kind of do. The mother of the moon and magic provides for us.
It's not the
So
same.
you're married to the religion.
Yes, very much so.
Mm.
The
Okay.
trifecta,
Okay.
the
touche.
Triforce, if you would.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Perfect. Okay. Well, fine. Since we're sharing, and I don't want to die, um, just to be utterly vulnerable, I was not aware until this little getup going on here that I've been experiencing gender dysphoria. So we're gonna have a conversation about that later. Oh man.
I know a priest that can help you with that. They
But
do this thing called lobotomy. It's new.
oh no.
I hear it's all the rage right now.
That's
I
terrible.
am curious if we're talking about physical features. I did happen to notice whenever you changed a while back, you had a bunch of scars on your back.
Mhm.
Where was that from?
Lashings.
Are you talking about him or me?
Not.
About you. We're
Yes,
talking about
Anon.
Anon.
Yes,
Yes,
Anon's-
those are marks made from lashings. Maybe like a whip or 9 tails, something like that.
Yes, coming from the Purger, I'm sure he would know all about that.
Well, I mean, I am a doctor.
Yes.
I would
We're
know
beaten.
certain injuries.
We are chased. If we survive not getting eaten by one of the pures, especially Daddy Goodness, as a first generation, it's kind of run around. I'm scared. Don't die. I'm scared. Let's eat. So, making it this far is it's a turn of the gods by itself. I have set out to prove myself to myself, not to anyone else, that I can be something greater, while striking fear into the hearts of those that would tell me and those like me that I cannot. Has it been morally just? By conventional means, no.
Is there a
But it's
is
what
there
I
a
want to do.
in-game goal to that, or you just want to keep seeing where your potential
Power.
gets you to?
I want, when I wake up, I want to look around and see that I have subjugated anyone who would oppose me because of what I am.
Well, I mean, power comes with authority, and authority is meaning like sort of a political title.
I mean, we could go with a political title, whether it's
You
acquired
tell
by
me. I
force
don't know.
or.
We're talking. I mean, I know you're very gifted in the arcane. But if you wanted to try and go with like the Magi,
Sorcerer
or even
Supreme
the
type deal?
witches.
I've considered it. I want to be the Sorcerer Supreme.
Now, I don't know if you would want to go with the Magi. I don't know how much you know about them, but they are fanatics, magical lunatics, if you would.
I would like to gather the magically adept Vold and create a power structure of our own that influences the magical world from a perspective that only we can have,
Like
with
start your
outsiders
own-
that we like come in.
Start your own nation.
No.
No.
Kind of like a boys and club, Volds and girls club. It's a Volds and girls club.
Who's next? Who's next?
Molly.
Molly.
I just want to.
By the way,
home.
Anand and Neston, you get little green check marks underneath your feet.
Yes.
I don't even know half my background
Molly,
story.
where is home? Is it not the same forest as Lucas, where y'all came from?
No, not really. It moves.
The your home moves?
Let me know if you need some help, Molly. I got some info. If
I
you
know, like
need
I
it.
was like, it's been a while
Your
since I've
tribe
background.
wandered Highmark's Aegis, which is
Oh,
a
yeah,
mountain
my
range
ass does
close to
not
King's
remember that
Crest.
shit. So yeah,
You want them to just pretend that it was you that said that?
yeah, totally.
Okay. Her tribe wanders Highmark's Aegis, the mountain range to the north of King's Crest. I believe it's to the north.
I think it's like north.
Yes, it is to the
northeast.
north.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
directly to the north.
Yep.
Yeah, I was out meandering, and then I wasn't. I don't know what happened. Well, yeah, I'm getting there. Thank you.
Okay.
So he's like, I was attacked. Like,
Oh,
I
no.
know what happened, but I don't
Oh,
know
no.
why. Oh, no.
By what?
A massive red dragon.
Oh, I hear that's the only thing that can challenge that of the barbarian might.
Next thing I know, I'm here. Well, there?
I mean, wait. So, if you were attacked by a red dragon, how did you meet Lucas?
Well,
I just happened to find her in the forest around Nightvine. Saw she was a little wounded, so I was already heading back into King's Crest at the time. I just took her with me.
I woke up with a really big headache.
And so, I actually had a quick question. Bon, would you like to go first before I start asking more questions?
Sure, I can go. Well, a lot of my childhood was a mystery to me. I kind of forgot it all. Don't know exactly who my family is or where they are. But I recently had somewhat of a vision of my past. And it was quite interesting. Apparently, I'm from a different time. I don't know. The vision wasn't very clear. But yeah, and then once I came to, it got picked up by the ship, by the pirate ship that I was that Aaron or yeah, Raven ended up coming on and becoming captain of. So, and I just traveled around with them, did pirate stuff. Didn't really do any like killing of people, but we went for treasure and stuff like that. I guess we weren't very successful since I'm kind of broke, but
Oh,
um,
please inform me.
Hey, Nick, check your messages real quick.
okay.
Well, we got
Just
a
reminding you
map.
of some details.
Please help me with this. Are you pirates or are you privateers?
We were pirates.
Eventually we were pirates, and then once we signed on with the
Dark Sun.
with the Dark Suns, we became pirateers.
Privateers.
Pirateers.
That too.
Pirateers.
So
Cheers.
I was transported by a lion-like creature with a human face.
Leo.
That's who.
Remember, veterinarian.
That-
also.
That's
Leo.
basically how I grew up. Is in the pirate ship, and then became pirateer. And that's when Raven became captain. You can go ahead with your questions, Neston.
So, all of my questions are directed towards Lucas.
Okay.
Lucas, you are the only witch I've ever heard about. I've read after meeting you our first time. I have studied witches, and you're the only one that I've ever met. What is a witch?
I mean, in a way, it's not terribly different from a nod going to school. It's a little bit more traditional, I guess. So,
And-
I mean, I can kind of walk you through the process of what it is to become a witch.
No, that's okay. We'll have other times for me to copy this down in my journal. But how does your forest move?
So, the witch Nightvine itself is run by ancient magics. Now, the specifics of that spell I couldn't tell you about, but the way that it's run is we have the elders. It's 13 senior witches that we actually don't even know who they are in the community. It's anonymous. But they're the ones that hold the most precious ancient secrets in there. And they're the ones that perform the ritual that causes the entire forest to teleport. It's because Nightvine doesn't ever want to get affiliated with any other kingdom. They like to be independent. And the best way to do that is for it to be able to move to different territories. There's also a bunch of other defenses and things like that. We don't tell people that they can't come into the forest, but it's kind of a rite of passage to get through the actual forest to get to the city inside.
What did this rite of passage like pertain to? Like, what did you?
Well, it's
have
not an
to do?
official rite of passage. It's Nightvine doesn't. It's not a tourist city. It's not a place for just anyone to come into. But again, if you can make it into the city, you're always welcome. No one is, forced out and can't come in. But that's what I mean, rite of passage. It takes a lot of effort to get through there. There's magical beasts. The paths always change. If you cut down a tree to try and make a path, it grows back almost immediately. There's a giant murder robot. There's all this miasma. There's a bunch of things in there that you just have to watch out for.
Evan, can I make a religion check?
What are you trying to glean?
Have I ever heard of a place like this before? Like, that's not just like he said, a mechanical robot.
Yeah, you
And
can make a religion
miasma?
check. I'll tell you you'd get more from an arcana check, but I'll give you something if you roll high enough on religion.
I don't believe that there is mechanical robots in magic forests. Oh. But ancient magic.
Okay. So I'll tell you absolutely everything I can about this as it would pertain to religion. So, within texts pertaining to Coralon and especially, what's the god of magic called? I'm forgetting.
The one that Coralon gets his powers from,
Magic Jesus?
Mistra.
Mistra, thank you. So
Magic
again, I'm
Jesus.
going to try to phrase this in a way as it would pertain to religion. You've read in religious texts pertaining to Coralon and Mithra that there are certain ancient magics that can be performed. After Mistra redefined, kind of. After Mistra put limitations on the weave, where there used to be spells that were stronger than even Wish and Meteor Swarm, they essentially put mortal limits. However, there is still a way to perform spells that exceed that by one level, but it takes a congregation of spellcasters in unison to make these spells work. You would imagine that the magic that causes Nightvine to move would be one of these that in game would be considered to be a 10th level spell. But it takes an entire congregation of spellcasters to pull this off.
Okay.
So I think I made that pertain to religion in whatever way I could.
Yeah.
Again, I tell you more with an Arcana check, but with religion, that's the most I can
Lucas.
give you.
Yeah, I know, but I want to know, like,
Yeah, I got you.
I wouldn't
That's all
know
good.
what questions to ask if I
Sure.
didn't already know information.
Okay.
Okay, so you said there's 13 witches
Yeah, the
that make up
elders.
the elders. So I know that there are certain magic rituals that takes a group of people to perform such magics. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'm connecting the dots.
So the
But-
elders don't just do that. They're also sort of the I guess you could say governing body. It's a small community. There's not like there's a lot
Right,
of
yeah.
us.
Yeah, kind of like Mr. Dream.
Sure,
Y'all
I
are
don't know how
y'all are
the
basi-
government of Mystery works, but
I mean, by the sounds of it, we're basically cousins, Lucas. We live in forests that are magical. We have ancient magical rites. Mine doesn't move, yours does, but we move mana crystals to the neighboring awoken communities. We're basically cousins.
sure.
Like me and
I like
Anon here. Although I think me and Anon are more blood related. You know, but generations back, maybe.
Well, is there anything else you want to know about me or Nightvine or?
I'm just gonna look around the room. Anybody have any questions for Lucas? Oh, he called you the filleted one, or something. He said it looked like your soul had been skinned alive.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Do you know what that means?
Maybe.
Okay, well that's enough. Yeah, I'm out of questions. Bond,
Okay.
you raised your hand.
Can we eventually take a trip to your town and try to, I guess, all go through the rite of passage,
know,
as you say?
Well,
I don't
it's-
think that would
so
be
It's
okay.
not an. No, it's fine if we come across. I don't know where Nightvine is currently. It's not an actual rite of. We kind of call it that, but I'm just saying to
Yeah.
get to Nightvine, you have to earn your way. You can't teleport in. So a couple things
Yeah.
you should know about the forest is it has a lot of defenses just to make sure that random people don't just come into the town or basically anyone tries to take it over. But it's not an actual rite of passage. We just kind of call it that because it's a bitch to get in there unless you've got a witch with you. I can guide you guys through the forest if we ever find Nightvine. That shouldn't be an issue.
Well, like, I kind of want to go through it as just like a challenge, like,
I
not
mean,
really
you're more
like,
than
oh,
welcome. No one's gonna tell you no. It's kind of one of
yeah,
those
I
things
know,
that, like,
but I
if
was like,
anybody
as
finds
a
the
group.
forest and wants to just actually try and make their way, some people make it. Some
How do
people
you
don't.
know when you find the forest?
I don't think it's one of those things that you find. I think the forest has to find you.
The forest moves, but you can still like find it. But the thing is even I don't know where the forest goes to. I'm not part of that process. Only the elders know, which is why we're somewhat nomadic in
How
that
does
sense.
this exactly forest move?
Were you not listening?
Like, and I
Bond?
get it to spell, but like,
Bond, let me
does
make
it-
this as
You've seen
clear as
things
I
teleport
possibly
before,
can.
right?
yeah,
It's an
yeah.
entire forest, and the town inside of it teleports
So it just
all at
teleports.
one
Oh,
time. Yes.
okay,
It doesn't
okay.
float.
Because
It
I
doesn't
didn't
grow
know if it
feet
like
and walk.
travel.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if it like
No,
travels through another town.
because it
like,
goes.
as
It doesn't just travel across at a certain proximity. It travels the different continents.
Okay,
so
let
it
me,
just teleport. Okay.
Bond, let me explain it to you like this. Let's say you have one stick of dynamite. I have a stick of dynamite. And Lucas and Anon have a stick of dynamite. Don't you think 4 sticks of dynamite will make a bigger explosion than 1 stick of dynamite?
Yeah. I get
Well,
that.
that's how spells
Okay, yeah.
work.
Okay. Okay. I thank you for explaining it to me, Neston.
Oh, no
I
problem.
gotta
So
much
I have a
clearer.
question.
So did you say you had a question there, Raven?
Yes.
Raven said she had a question.
Well, here's the thing.
To he.
Well, right now, yes.
Why? So, are y'all chosen to become witches at birth, or how did you
No,
you get
So-
into this? Like, what led you on this path?
Well, a number of things. That's a few questions, and I can answer. It's not chosen by birth. You have to honestly take an apprenticeship. Every witch is trained by another witch. I was trained by the Lily Pad Witch, Lillian Ashner. That's Miss Lily. She's one of the greatest people I've ever known. But I was actually taken to her. Anyone can try to take on an apprenticeship. You just have to be accepted by a witch, and you have to have the gift. Just have an affinity to magic. I started on
See,
this.
not my type of magic, because mine is given to me by my Pantheon. It's not innate. I'm not born with it.
Well,
I'm born with a little bit of magic due to my grandmother, but
as long as you have some affinity to magic already, you can. They're not going to take anybody in that has just no magic to grow. It's something that they will cultivate, I guess. But as long as you already have some affinity to magic, you can try to find a witch that'll take you on as an apprentice. It's not the easiest thing, but again, some people look for that and they try to, which, again, to try and make it into the city to even find a witch, to, get an apprenticeship, you have to make it through the forest, which is not the easiest task. So, again, that's where it kind of is an unofficial rite of passage.
I want to apologize for my past transgressions to all of you. This captain thing was doesn't necessarily, but Vaughn was the one to appoint me to the position, and the rest of the crew that we did have agreed to him. So I'm still learning how to do all this. So please, at times, bear with me. I am still getting to this leadership thing and trying to help any way I can. I'm not used to running with fellow adventurers that are capable of more than just stealing and holding a sword. So I do apologize for any transgressions that I've done. It's all new. I'm not used to dealing. The only other people that I've dealt with is Bon and Flora that have anything more brains than to use a sword and a gun to shoot, steal, and kill.
All right. Well,
I mean, I kind of
do better going forward.
That's what Bonna's best at, is shooting, stealing, and killing. Just not in that order.
Hey, I only kill things that go aggravating to me, that attack me. I don't kill innocent people. That's not who I am.
Right, that's a non-Zimo.
Oh,
I haven't killed anyone innocent.
I think there's one thing I probably should let you guys know. I'm actually engaged.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh,
Now, let me ask
Going
you.
through all of this
I
change
am-
for nothing.
I am actually ordained in 11 different religions. So I can do a bunch of different religions. So if you need a person to officiate, I'm always here. I'm not really going anywhere because I need y'all's help, says the Archfey.
I don't necessarily know which style of religion I would need.
That's okay. We can do a natural one, like a nature one. Like, we pray to the
Religion.
land to
I
always have
believe in
berries on the
me.
bush and fruitful harvest. I don't know. I'd have to study up on it. I'm not a druid.
If Allure was so great, I wouldn't have these lashes on my back.
Well, yeah. Have you ever prayed to Pelor?
I prayed out to anyone that was willing to listen while I was being gored as a child.
By your father?
By multiple people, not just my father.
Hmm. It's very sad. I can help you with those scars. I mean, I do have ointments to help
I
with
mean, it's
that.
kind of a, I don't know.
The scars are a bit more than skin deep.
Right. Well,
It's not
even
mine
though
are.
I am a doctor, I, I am I am a therapist. We all us. I like to consider myself a therapist. Us priests, we actually do a lot of training in psychology to help people with through mourning and grief and alcoholism and other type of mentalities that ill tempt the mind. So if you ever need an ear, I'm always here.
Well, does anybody else have any questions? Want to know anything?
What
Check
made you
mark yet.
want to go to the witches in the first place?
And if anybody has any questions for me, you might as well ask.
I mean,
Well,
Neston, are you a grower or a shower?
I don't know what that means, but I feel like in faith, I am always growing. Every
Touche.
day. I mean, under the
Oh wow, really?
Lord's light, and
Morning glory helps.
every day.
So I'm sorry, Bon. What was your question?
Oh, what made you want to go the path of a witch?
That one's kind of a long one. I don't mind answering, but it'll take a minute.
Well, you want to get your
You still have an hour and 24 minutes on the time bomb.
All right. I don't know where to start on that one. So, yeah, all right. I used to be a slave. Technically, I still am, I guess. Um, yeah. So, my fiance technically owns me. It's kind of a weird situation.
And relate.
So that's also why I'll show like my scars on my back because I was a slave. I was taken into a house of some very influential people, and I was put as her servant. We got to know each other, kind of grew a relationship over time, and yeah, we actually got engaged. But her family obviously was not a big fan of approving that, so we made a deal. They basically sent me on a fool's errand of something that they think is impossible, but I'm going to try it anyway. And if I can complete the task, they'll approve us actually eloping. So to be able to do that task, I needed my own power. So I used whatever favors I could, made some deals, and that's how I got my introduction and sent to Nightvine. And that's how I got introduced to Miss Lily. So I'm actually trying to find a lost relic, is my task. So that's why I keep trying to study up on old relics and things like that whenever we go to the different libraries and whatnot. And hopefully I can find that, bring that back to the house, and we can live our lives together.
Of everyone here, hold on. Of everyone here, you probably have the most noble cause. I'd say we're all pretty greedy. So bravo.
I mean, I'm not a good guy, but I don't know.
mean, one of these days, I hope to be the next Twilight speaker of my people, like my father. That's one of my goals. This Archfey says that I need to bring
Balance to the force.
yeah, something, I don't know. Bring the Elven
See 'em?
kingdoms together.
You still don't
which-
have a green check mark.
Who?
Lucas.
Oh.
Lucas doesn't have a green check mark? The man spilled his guts.
What do you want to know?
I mean, I don't have any more questions for Lucas or
I
anybody,
mean,
really.
do you have a deep, dark secret you're not telling us?
I guess it's just more of the same story. Like I said, I can't go into some of the specifics just for.
So I have a question for
Okay.
you, Lucas. How did you get to Miss Lily?
So, the family that I was on service to is very powerful. Very powerful. Which is why I didn't really want to name names, because it is an endangerment. But I guess if I gotta get this green check mark. So, I was actually in a house of a powerful family in hell. I was caught in Avernus, and I was taken in by Bel, the Forge Master, Archdevil. And I was taken into his house. So Bel, with all of his power, was the one that was able to send me to Nightbind.
See,
Which is also why I have the name the Brimstone Witch. The way it actually works is we don't get to choose our own titles. Our mentors do. Whenever I first came to Nightvine, apparently I reeked brimstone. So much so that it took me about 3-4 days before I actually got rid of the smell. And it became a running joke, and whenever I actually finished my apprenticeship, well, that's why she decided to just keep with the inside joke that we had, and I got the title the Brimstone Witch.
See, I had always thought it was because you used a lot of fire magic, but that makes a lot more sense.
I'll be nice to you, Sean. You got a green check mark.
So I have a very extensive backstory.
What's the cat's name?
Mr. Pibbles.
I see. I noticed that Mr. Pibbles would not like to share anything. Mr. Pibbles.
Right now he's a giant hawk. So I mean he's a
Funny
pterodactyl.
story, if he can share, I don't know why Mr. Pibbles only has one eye.
Mr. Pibbles,
Oh,
would you
shit.
care to explain yourself?
you the original.
Ollie?
Did you fuck up?
No. To be honest, I'm a fan of broken
Mr. Pibble
things.
says meow.
Wait, he's a
Does he-
pterodactyl. How does he say meow?
He still
Pterodactyl
meows.
that meows. I like broken things. And maybe
When-
whenever I reached out with my magic to the Fae.
When he meows,
that.
does he get a green check mark?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Well, that explains so much, Mr. Pibbles. I'm glad that you were able to open up to all of us. Thank you so much.
He meows again and gets a second green check mark.
You're too
He's
gracious.
bearing his soul.
You're too gracious to us,
All
Mr.
right.
Pibbles.
He starts licking his crotch.
Yeah, I just see a giant pterodactyl freaking.
So do we all have
Alright, I think that's everybody, right?
Except for
Yeah,
Flora,
can we
but
get the hell
Flora's
outta here
not
now?
here.
Yeah. So he comes back in and says, "Now was that so hard?"
Yes, it was very hard, very
Apparently.
strenuous, and I am offended.
He gets offended
He
very
goes-
easily. It's his like defense mechanism. He's only recently taken a couple steps forward in his road to recovery. You know, he's been in denial. He just recently accepted everything, and little steps, Archfey, little steps.
I see. Well, in the history of the cosmos, there has never been one time where being offended has meant that you are right. So, but good job. I suppose that suffices. He snaps his fingers. The bomb disappears. I guess none of you have to die.
Well,
As you
Secrets will stay with me forever.
as you begin fading back into reality.
Wait.
What's up?
I have a request.
You have a
As-
request.
Yes. I would like, for your amusement and my pleasure, would you give me the ability to change back and forth between this form at will?
Give you the choice now. I can't exactly. Believe it or not, there are actual limits to my power. That I am not a god, despite what many would believe. I can change you while you are in my presence. As far as giving you the ability to do it yourself, well, I can forge pacts with individuals, but as you see, I already have a pact with someone else.
Who?
One
Miss
of the
Shelia
girls from-
Wildshimmer.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're an archfey. I'll make deals with everybody.
Shelia Wildshimmer. Why does that sound so familiar?
She was the one that farted on Raven.
Oh.
He farted on Raven?
Sounds like foreplay.
Don't you think she's going to get jealous that you spent so much
But-
quality time with us?
Oh,
But
she
I
doesn't get
mean-
jealous. She's not the type.
But you said she is a she, so which means she is already jealous.
Well, it is my belief that she is indeed quite attracted to me. I mean, how could you not, as he rubs his antlers?
His
But-
oversized antlers.
Yeah. But she has no control over who I talk to and what I do. Why would she?
I mean, I don't know. You're the one that has to listen to it later.
I don't have to listen to anything. I can make her mouth disappear if I wanted to.
That wouldn't be very patronage of you.
I'm saying if I wanted to.
Yeah, but you're not going to, because that's how relationships work.
If only it was.
Now you can talk all the big game around your boys.
And we fade away.
Everyone always asks, what is the archfey, not how is the archfey.
To answer your question, Anand, I can either leave you how you are or change you back. As far as giving you the ability to do it yourself, that is beyond my abilities.
It's not fair. I have needs.
You could always just have both at the same time.
I could do that. Would you wish for that? You would be quite versatile, let me tell you.
Will I keep... Oh, man. That's such a
I
hard
believe it's referred to
decision.
as futa, I want to say.
Yeah. That's so quality. I'm so tempted to say yes. That would be better. Oh, no, I don't know. I really want the ability to change back and forth. Is there a... Does anybody here know if there's a way to do that? Is there like an item or something in the
Yeah.
world that could
You-
do
yeah.
that?
You can get
Polymorph.
transformed by spells, yeah.
Yeah, polymorph.
True polymorph.
No, I know, but no one wants to use a true polymorph just for like
Oh,
daily
you would be
appearances.
surprised. In this
Yeah.
world of magic,
Like true polymorph for no reason at all.
I mean,
From what I've read about the
Shizzy-
Angel of Death, he used to use that for all sorts of
Yeah.
shit.
For freaking everything.
you can be a man, a woman, or somewhere in the middle.
I'll just stay this way because when I find my dad and subdue
He'll be
him, I
so
want him to know it
proud.
was me.
Oh my
Like,
So do you want to stay a woman?
I
Or do you wish for
really
me to
want
turn you
to,
back?
but no, I need to be a guy. It just doesn't have the same appeal. Like, just imagine me, like, covered in blood, lusted, standing over Dad. I've beaten you, Father, as opposed to I'm happy. I've beaten you, Father. Yeah. Like, oh wow. Yes. So, yeah, I'll be a guy for now. If I was a
You all
chick, I'd have to be a
feel
Nanda.
you all feel very strange sensations as certain parts disappear and other parts reappear, and you are returned to your previous gender.
Why does Neston look the same?
Well, I mean,
Oh yeah, you never changed, or did you?
He changed
I
for
mean-
like a minute and got turned back.
I mean,
You were an ugly lady.
I didn't change at all. What are you
No,
talking?
you changed when you came in here. I saw a bulge.
What? Doesn't make any sense.
Now, keep in mind, anytime you pass through this forest, I can just change you to whichever form you like.
I want it to be automatic, so I'll know
So
I'm in
every
your
time you pass
vicinity.
through the forest,
Yes.
you wish for it to happen automatically.
Yes.
Wait, so are we out of the dungeon in the forest?
Yes, you're in the forest now.
Wait, what
I
happened
want
to
to
all
reach into my bag and pull out. I found a key. Is the key still there?
The key is still there.
Do I get to know what the key goes to?
You can identify it if you want,
Well,
but you don't
I'm
know.
asking the Archfey.
Oh, that you just find out what it does for yourself.
I will start ritual casting identify while everyone else is dicking around about whether or not they want to keep her dick or not.
Or the boobs.
Felt so much more powerful without it.
I can change you back.
No, I think we're good. I think we should all just go ahead and leave now. Archfey, it has been a pleasure.
Archfey, you got any random magical items you don't want?
Well, see, your friend is already holding one. I'll just go ahead and say you casted identify. This is what you got.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's what you got.
I will add that to my inventory.
Do you have a bag of holding?
I got logged out 1 sec. I didn't even get to see it.
Lucas actually has my bag of holding.
I have a bag of holding.
Wait, if
Nobody
they
wants
place
to
in the
use your
bag of
bag.
holding, doesn't it turn into a mimic?
No, it's a non-magical.
Oh, not magical.
I will put it in a bag of holding.
All right. So now you have that, which I'm sure you'll hold on to for like a year and then use when I least expect it.
That's what I like to do. Oh, I don't know if you saw my thing where I was talking about when I watched the working fight. Apparently, I was using potions that I'd had for like a year, and then I still held on for like another 2 years after that.
Yeah, you bought all of that particular those Arcana Mananites and then never bought any more. You just had that initial bundle that you just kept for the whole campaign. So
Hoard my potions.
So are we packing up and leaving?
yeah, so you find yourself standing in this elven village, this
before-
Eladrin village, and
before
you can
we-
see that there's commoners around who all seem quite confused as they have been returned to their humanoid form.
Before the Archfey leaves, I want to speak to him in Sylvan.
You speak Sylvan?
I do, with the Heart of the Fae.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And I just want to tell him, and into the forest I go to lose my mind and find my soul.
Quite poetic.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I got a sword of the mimic. I'm just gonna like. Mm.
Link the item again.
So, as you're standing in this village, as you look around you and you see these little yellow, blue, pink, red, green, orange, wisp-like particles floating around in the air, as you find yourself in this very tranquil forest in this little village that is probably made from elven high magic, you would imagine, because all of the homes are either inside of large stones or into the side of trees. This individual walks up to you. It appears to be a winter eladrin. Long, like teal blue hair, pale white skin, deep blue eyes, wearing very unassuming green robes. And he walks up to you and says to the group, my name is Marith. I'm the village elder. Would you care to enlighten me what happened?
Yes, we just saved all of you from an archfey. You were all turned into various creatures and things. But you're welcome.
I thank you all for your assistance. If you seek shelter, you can certainly find it here. You won't find a heroes guild or anything of that nature,
You
but
know, I'm pretty sure I speak for the
Hey,
entire
Gavin.
group. We want to just get the hell out of this forest. Everybody, ready?
Gavin, hold on.
What's up?
Gavin, am I gonna miss anything super important? Because I am in the car. I'm starting to get this motion sickness doing all this.
Probably not. We're gonna call it with the arrival to Precipice. When you basically when you get to the city, we're not gonna do anything in the city. You're gonna get there, and then we're gonna call it for the night.
Okay. Well, Nick has permission to, if he needs to roleplay my character, to roleplay my character.
Okay, that's fine.
No weddings.
Honestly, that whole get to know each other thing was the big thing I wanted everybody here for. So,
I know. That's why I popped in.
yeah.
All right. Is there anybody else
All right,
have any,
peace, guys.
wish to stay in
See you, man.
this horrible forest? Or can we just keep going?
You are in the Weave March right now.
I don't plan on ever returning to the Weave March. Lucas, Bon, Anan, Molly, Kid, Raven.
Well, while we're
anybody?
here, I look like this, but we can leave. It's fine.
Good. Then get in the car, please. Bon, drive, my good man.
Neston Senpai. I get in the car.
Yeah.
You're bumping into the seat in front of you. It's hard not to. Anyway,
Is Mr. Pebble still a pterodactyl, or is he back to being a cat now?
right now he's sort of in this middle stage between the two. You imagine he's in the process of becoming a cat again, but right now he's more of a scaly winged cat.
He's a pterodactyl with a cat head. That's
He's a-
epic.
He's a pterodactyl.
He's a cactal dad.
Yeah.
So, and you also notice that Honey runs up and just hops into the air, hops on the car, and then hops off the car.
Hey, what was the key? My fantasy grounds was down.
It turns chests into mimics.
It turns any container, any non-magical container, into a mimic.
Oh, absolutely yes. That could be so useful.
You can go raid a castle and just turn all their doors into fucking mimics.
It only
No,
works on
I'm
one
gonna-
container.
I'm gonna find that dude's car, and I'm gonna use it on the car door.
What, on the Agent of the Crown?
Yeah.
Yes! I support this! No, use it on his toilet in his personal residence.
It is single use, so keep that in mind.
Oh, I did not know that.
Does it need to have a keyhole?
It does
No,
not
you
say-
just put it in the
doesn't say
container.
anything about being a single use.
It doesn't say it's single use.
It's single use. I made it to be single use.
Let's cast a
Once
duplication spell.
it becomes a mimic, it consumes the key.
Shenanigans.
Glad we
So,
clarified that on
Save
tape.
it for when you really think you'll want to use it.
I don't know. Oh. Anyway, we leave the forest.
All right. So you continue driving through the forest, and I'll just say several times as you drive through this forest. So it is hauntingly beautiful, but it's like a black widow spider. Extremely gorgeous, but very dangerous.
Do we see any
So-
fairies?
Yes, you see some fairies.
I'd look over to Bon. Can you shoot a fairy?
I mean, I can. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I could.
Is
Oh,
Bond driving?
I don't know what
You
I'm
see,
driving.
you see a fairy land on this large luminescent flower off of the side of the road, and it starts rolling in the pollen, and you hear it start to hum and sing, and it is just so happy as it's just enjoying its day, minding its own business.
Do you need me to shoot a fairy? All right, I guess as I'm driving, I pull out a gun and I shoot one of the fairies. I pull out my pistol. I shoot a fairy.
Make an attack roll.
Oh, great. Can I say I'm hiding in the vehicle and I get a?
No, if any, you're lucky I'm not giving you disadvantage for doing the attack while moving, but it's just a straight roll.
All right, I'll just do this guy right here.
It's just la 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 la.
It's a 22.
As it gets shot and falls off of the flower, and it's just
Fuck!
twitching.
What the fuck, man?
You told me to shoot the fairy.
Bond, what is wrong with you? Can I cast Spare the Dying?
Lucas told me to
You
shoot the
you can
fairy.
if you want to. You can cast Spare the Dying. It takes contact though.
As soon as I do, I walk over my. Well, I need to put this thing to waste.
Yes.
Wait, I'm pretty sure I can save it. It was still breathing.
Ah, no, it's gone.
No,
Too
it's
far
gone.
gone.
It's
dead.
dead. It's dead. It's dead.
It's gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
Bond, what
No
is wrong
more.
with you? We literally
I'm-
just had to
look.
talk about this being reckless and everything. What?
I wasn't.
I'll add that to my alchemical inventory.
Hear a droning noise off in the distance. Did you hear a?
Oh, we gotta get out of here. We have to
We gotta
get out of
go.
here
We gotta
now.
go. Get in. Go. I'm flooring it. I'm gone.
Do we know where we're going?
Yes.
There's a pretty easy road to follow. Kind of not a paved road, but like a dirt path that leads through the forest.
I'm gonna lean into the front seat so I can talk to everybody that's in the car so they can hear me. Because of course I'm sitting in the middle of the back. That's my preferred seating. You know, it's the safest. And
Okay.
I'll lean up and be like, "Oh, I just wanted to let everyone know that if anyone finds out about my old soul, as it were, then the King of Falthansia will have an assassination put out for me, because I would rightfully challenge his heir to the throne and his legitimacy.
It's gone.
So maybe we should not speak of this ever again. I would
Um,
appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Stay in line and be a good boy, and we won't speak of it again.
Well, you see, you're also an associate of mine, so if you would like to also not catch suicided, that
Nope.
would
Nope.
beneficiary, because the
Nope.
agents of the crown, they do
You're
have
gonna be a
discipline.
good boy.
I'm
Hey,
always
good boy.
Lucas.
You're the one that's not good.
The real Lucas is here. Say, hey, son.
Hey, Lucas.
He sees our photos and he's pointing at them.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, kiddo.
Get out of here. We're playing D&D, son.
Son, it's time for your bed. Go.
But yeah, so you continue driving through this forest, and again, it's beautiful, and you see. Make a perception check, everybody.
You know what? Why don't you ever do perception checks? Why do
I
we
do
have to be
sometimes.
the ones to always do the perception?
I do sometimes.
Dude, I gotta check my character sheet. I can't remember what I get advantage on anymore.
You
Well, I
get
know you're
advantage on
proficient. Well, I know you're proficient with perception because you're an elf.
Yeah, but I get advantage on like 4 different things.
You get advantage
think
on perception.
I get advantage on investigation, insight, and stealth.
Mm-mm.
I know I have a +8 on
Be right back.
perception.
Jeez, these are not good rolls. Okay. Seriously, the DC was only 10. All right. So,
18.
Neston and Raven. You both, and
AKA
this is an
Bond.
incredibly. Oh, yeah, not even Bond. Neston and Raven. So this is an incredibly rare sight. You see a unicorn off of the path. It only crosses your vision for a moment, but you see it run between the different tree lines.
Damn, I can't
I
shoot the unicorn.
immediately start preparing to cast Old Person on Bond until it goes away. And once I notice that
Hey,
Bond
I'm
has not
driving.
seen it, I'll drop the spell.
What
Yeah,
you
there's
gonna
only a
do
few
if
places in the
you-
material plane that you can find unicorns, and this is one of them. And even here, they're rare. They have a lot of magical applications if you get your hands on one.
Hey, Lucas,
Hmm?
that unicorn horde. Oh, I didn't see it, so never
You
mind.
didn't see it. Raven did.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah. Oh, it's whatever.
Do you
All right,
think
yeah, I'll
Raven
keep
would say
driving.
something?
I think I think she would be like, "Oh my God, there's a unicorn over there. It's so fluffy and cute."
Spot on, Raven impression. Spot on.
Raven's on the motorcycle. He can't talk to us.
That's right.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Well, not as nearly as much came out of that as I thought it would, but it's one of those random encounter things. Found a unicorn. So you continue driving through the forest, and several other things that just kind of reek of nope appear. Like you see a couple owl bears, like a couple dozen yards off of the road. Probably don't want to mess with those. They're very aggressive. Before you make your way to the edge of this, as you approach and you arrive at the Arkmount Expanse. And with what you see when you arrive, you are absolutely blown away. The Arkmount Expanse is this wide open range, this field with only minor hills, but all in all, it's fairly flat. But what really stands out to you is these bright, luminescent ley lines that arc through the air, all different colors, that cast. It's almost like seeing an aurora borealis, but more of a physical form, more tangible. You can see the beginning and the edge of it. As you continue to drive through this landscape, and it ducks low just above your vehicle, almost this like ghostly serpentine, like almost creature-like slithering through the air. And it's absolutely breathtaking. And then until you get to a crossroads that says, "Welcome to the Twin Cities of Nifrion and Precipice," with an arrow pointing to the left that says Nifrion and an arrow pointing to the right that says Precipice.
Guess we're going right. Yeah.
The precipice is where we've been trying to get to this whole time, so.
No reason to go off track now.
All right. So you turn right as you head towards the large city of Precipice. And after about another hour or so, you begin to see skyscrapers off in the skyline. As you see this vast city, and as it's nighttime upon your arrival, it is once again very beautiful to behold, as many of these ley lines that arc their way through the air crest the skyline of Precipice, as you see spotlights pointing up into the air with a multitude of airships that just seem to be hovering above the city. The big thing that stands out to you is the mixed human and elvish architecture of Precipice, as Precipice, along with Nifrion, are two of the cities in the world that have the largest concentration of what would be considered to be half-elves, to the point where it's not even an exact term at this point. It's just anybody that you can tell it has a mixed elven and human lineage. As you approach the edge of this city, you see these large crystalline skyscrapers and these elvish-like buildings with curved angles, almost gothic looking in their architecture. It appears to be, even though it's fairly late at night, the city appears to be fairly busy, with cars making their way through the road, a multitude of streetlights and vendors and shops. As you continue through this city, as you see an arrow pointing to the Argonaut Stronghold, which you would know is the seat of power of the Heroes Guild. It's their main headquarters. So you head in that direction, and off in the distance you see this several 100-foot tall, several 1,000 feet tall, more likely, tower with this large broadsword that goes kind of like the hilt of the broadsword almost makes like a needle above the tower as this emblem continues all the way down this skyscraper, ending just above the front door. And to be honest with you guys, that's all I had for today. So as of now, we're probably going to go ahead and call it. Unless you had something else you wanted to add before we do.
How long did it take us to drive from the forest to Precipice?
About 4 hours.
So long enough for a long rest for those who are in reverie?
Long enough for... Yeah, actually, for those of you who are elvish, it would be long enough for you to do your trance, go into reverie.
Yes.
Long enough for us to hit level 9?
No, not yet.
Alright.
Almost, you're getting there.
I did want
Would
to
you
go ahead and read my book a bit more since it took us 4 hours.
Okay. The one about relics?
Celestial Armaments. I am a quarter of the way through.
Okay. So I'll say you could get through... It's a fairly large book, so let's say you get through another quarter of the book.
Okay.
So I'm just going to tell you the information that you're able to glean from it. All you know, what you're able to glean from the rest is this, is that any artifact that would likely be of importance to both sides of the war between the devils and demons, between the 9 hells and the abyss, it's quite common for night hags within the realm of Hades to hoard relics to kind of profit off of both sides.
Okay. Now, do I know if there's any night hags that stay in Primus? Or whatever
Nightvine?
Primus is. What's that?
Oh, Primus. Are you talking about the Primaterial Realm, or are you talking about Primus as in, like, the neutral, like, the lawful neutral plane?
The ones in between heaven and hell.
You wouldn't hear of that. Most commonly, night hags, if they're not in the material plane, they're native to Hades, though they're also quite common in the material plane as well.
Okay.
And you actually remember that even though you guys didn't do it, there was a contract up in Glimward Rest that was actually to hunt hags.
Well, darn. Dagnabbit.
But it wasn't night hags. It was green hags. So, quite different.
Alright,
You would
cool.
also know that night hags are the most powerful kind of hag. So,
Gotcha.
and with that, like I said, we were probably going to call it a little early tonight, guys, just because haven't really had time to work on things. But now I do, and that's what I plan on doing as soon as I get off of here.
Sweet. Okay. Well,
So,
Alright, I'll kill the recording.
I'm gonna go
No,
eat
not
stuff.
done.